In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the Boolean operators on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So I will show you the 5 Boolean operators you can use, where on Sales Navigator you can use them, and the simplest way to find better leads using the Boolean operators. Alright, so the first thing I want to show you is where you can use the Boolean operators on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So for that, we need to go on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, and then here we click on lead filters. So on this page, you can use the Boolean operators in the current job title filter and in search keywords. And now that you know where you can use the Boolean operators, it's time to see what are these Boolean operators. So on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, you have 5 Boolean operators. So you have and, you have or, not, you have parentheses, and you have the brackets. So for example, with this operator and, you can say that you want to target people who are, let's say, CEO and CTO. Then we press enter. And now you can see that these people are CEO and CTO. So co-founder and CTO, CTO, co-founder and CTO, founder and CTO, and so on. So when you use and, you say that you want the both keywords. And of course, you can add multiple operators in your search. For example, you can say that you want people who are CEO and CTO, CEO and CTO, and intern, for example. So of course, it makes no sense at all, but you can do that and you can add multiple and like this. So let's just press enter for this example. And here, yeah, we have some results for this search. The next operator is or, and with this one, you can say that you want this keyword or this keyword. So for example, you can say that you want to target people who are head of marketing or people who are head of sales. Then we press enter. And now here we have head of marketing, and head of sales. Head of marketing, head of sales, and so on. So this one is useful if you target multiple current job titles. So in this case, we target 2 job titles, head of marketing and head of sales. The next operator is not. So basically, here you can say that you don't want a specific keyword in the job title. So for example, you can say that you want to target people who are head of marketing and not related with the brand. So not brand, and we won't have this keyword brand and branding with people who are head of marketing. So with this search, you won't find people who are head of marketing and branding. If you check the results, you see that Masoud is, for example, head of product marketing, and we can say that we want to remove product marketing from our search. So we want to add not branding or not brand, not product. So head of marketing, not brand, not product. And if I press enter, I will no longer have Masoud. Yeah, we no longer have these people with product in their current job title. Now the next operator are the parentheses, and this one allows you to combine the operators. So for example, what you can do is to say that you want people who are head or director, and you want people who are in marketing or sales. And basically with this, you will get people who are head of marketing or head of sales, or people who are director of marketing or director of sales. So let's copy this, and then we go back on LinkedIn Sales Navigator, we paste, and then we press enter. And now you can see that we have people who are director or head, and we have marketing or sales. So head of sales, director of sales, head of operation and sales, director of marketing, and so on. If you want to remove some keywords from your search, you just need to add not at the end. So not product, for example, and then you just need to copy that. And here we remove that, we paste, enter, and we no longer have product in the current job title of our leads. And finally, the last operator are the quotes. And this one is by far my favorite ones because what you can do is to say that you want specifically these keywords. So for example, when you say that you want people who are head of sales within quotes, you say you really want to get people who are head of sales and not head of performance sales or whatever. You want people who are head of sales. And let me show you a concrete example of that right now. So if we go back on a LinkedIn Sales Navigator and I type head of sales, so without a quotes, then I click on include. Then here on top, you can see that I have 210K results. And on the first page, you can see that we have a guest lecturer. And actually, Michael is not head of sales. Same here, we have independent sales consultant, chief sales nerd. So yeah, maybe Ryan is a decision maker, but he is not a head of sales. Now let's remove this search. And now I will write head of sales, but within quotes. Then I press enter. And here you can see on top that I have less results. So I have 150K results. And basically, it's because my results are more targeted to get only people who are head of sales. So as you can see, head of sales, global head of sales, SVP and head of sales, and so on. Of course, you will still find some results that doesn't perfectly match your filters, but you will find better leads by using quotes. So that's why I strongly recommend you to use the quotes when you target a specific job title. Now that you know the 5 operators, so and, or, not, parentheses, and the quotes, what you can do is to build something like this. So you say that you want to target people who are head within quotes or director within quotes, marketing, and so on. And at the end, you get something like this, very complicated. And that's why one of the best way to use the Boolean operators is basically to write head of sales like this. So if you want to target multiple job titles, the easiest way to do that is just to write all the job titles. For example, here we have head of sales, but we have head of marketing, then director of marketing, and then director of sales. So in my opinion, this is by far the simplest way to use the Boolean operators. And if you want, of course, you can use this kind of thing, but yeah, it's a bit complicated. And now let's check how to make this search on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So all I need to do is to go on LinkedIn Sales Navigator. So I've already have head of sales. And now I just say I want people who are head of marketing within quotes, of course. And then I press enter. Perfect. And then I can add all the job title I want to target. So director of sales and director of marketing. So as you can see, it's very simple. You only need to use the quotes. And here on the right, you will get much better results. Okay, now that we have this current job title, let's say that we are happy with our search. And now what we want to do is to export this list of leads. So for that, unfortunately, we can't do that natively with LinkedIn Sales Navigator. And that's why you need to use a tool like GiveMeLeads to export your leads and get the verified emails. So if you want to try GiveMeLeads, you can click the first link in the description. Then you click here on Start for free. Then you create your account. And once you've created your account, you will be redirected to this page where you need to connect your LinkedIn account. So here you click on Connect LinkedIn account. And then here you enter your credentials, so email, password. Then you click on Login. Now the next step is to install the Chrome extension. And basically with this Chrome extension, you will be able to export your leads from a LinkedIn Sales Navigator in just one click. So for that, you just need to click on Install Extension. Then you click on Add to Chrome. And then you click on Add Extension. Once you've installed the Chrome extension, you will get a button like this one, Extract leads. So once you're ready to export these leads, all you need to do is to click on extract leads, and then you will be redirected to GiveMeLeads. Then you click on continue, and now on save and export. And now what I need to do is to give the number of leads I want to export. So here, let's say that I want to export 100 leads. Then I click on export leads. And now, as you can see, my export is currently running. I've just renamed my export, so head of sales and head of marketing. And now I need to wait a little bit and I will get my export. All right, so my export is done. And now if I want to check my list of leads, I just need to click on download CSV. Then I click on the file, head of sales, and so on. All right, so I've just opened the file. And as you can see, I have 100 leads in the file, which is perfect. Here on top, you have all the information you have for each lead. So you have the first name, last name, LinkedIn URL. You have, of course, the verified emails of your leads, which is very useful if you want to send some cold emails. You have the job title, location, and you have much more information like the company website, useful if you want to send personalized messages, company location, company industry, and much more. So that's it for this tutorial on how to use the Boolean operators. And if you want to export your leads from LinkedIn Sales Navigator and get a list of leads like this one, you can click the first link in the description. And if you want to see a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how to use a LinkedIn Sales Navigator to find leads, you can click somewhere on the screen. And now I see you either on GiveMeLeads or in the next video. Bye-bye.